Got your ass. Hey, let's go. Ghost of Farewell. Get 100 stealth kills. Let's fucking go! Burnout Apocalypse! Fucker. Let's go, old reliable. Fuck yeah, bitch. Let's go. One down.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Days Gone Remastered Platinum video. I want to begin by acknowledging the great reception I got from my last Platinum video on Battlefield 6. It means a lot to me for all the support I got from everyone who watched, liked, and subscribed. For anyone who has not seen it, please, if you would be so kind, go check it out after this video. Alright, shameless plug over. The Days Gone Platinum trophy is one of the best Platinums to go for in my opinion. So much so, this is going to be my second time doing it, as I did originally get the PS4 version's Platinum as well. The soundtrack for this game is more than enough for me to play it again, not to mention the gameplay loop can be pretty addicting, and I am definitely biased because I love zombie games. Don't get me wrong, this is not The Last of Us, but this is definitely one of the better PlayStation exclusives to be put out. The Days Gone story is centered around Deacon St. John, a biker turned zombie apocalypse survivor in Oregon, played by one of the best actors of this generation, Sam Witwer. This man is God's gift to Star Wars next to Dave Filoni, of course. Now that I have thoroughly turned this man into a glazed donut, let's move on. The story does touch on some pretty heavy subjects like loss and depression, and there really isn't any way I could explain the story that would do it justice, so I highly recommend you checking it out for yourself. Moving on to the trophies, we have 46 trophies including the Platinum. Most of these you will get naturally playing through the game, however there are some pretty grindy trophies you should keep an eye out for. One in particular being You've Got Red on You for collecting 541 items from corpses. This must be done from human corpses and you must actually collect an item from them for it to count. This may not sound like much, but once you finish the game and all the encampments, you'll be hard pressed to find any other human enemies, so it's best to loot them while you are doing missions and the side objectives. The game does have an in-game tracker so that you can stay on top of the trophies, which is absolutely goated, and every game should have this in my opinion. For this playthrough, I decided to play on the hardest difficulty, which is Survivor 2, for a little bit of an extra challenge. Psych, I'm a pussy, so I just played on normal. We open in the midst of a city on fire, and our main character tending to his wife Sarah, who's been stabbed. We end up getting to a roof where a chopper is getting ready to take off. We very kindly persuade the scientist O'Brien to let us on. The chopper doesn't have enough room for all of us, unfortunately, so we make the tough decision to stay behind with our injured friend Boozer and let Sarah go so the doctors can try and save her. And cue badass title card. We pick up 2 years later, where Deacon and Boozer are out on a supply run. We come across one of our buddies who looks like they just went 12 rounds with a brick wall. Come to find out, the person actually responsible is this guy named Leon. Just as our friend unfortunately expires, we spot Leon passing us, and then a chase ensues. This chase gives us a feel for our main form of transportation for the game, our motorcycle. We then catch up to Leon and...
He cold!
Then Boozer picks up his hat and tells us to turn it in for a bounty. This nets me my very first trophy, Finders Keepers, for unlocking our first collectible. Shortly after this, my girlfriend wanted me to go to the store with her to pick up some coconut strawberry milk or some stupid shit, so I saved my game and quit to main menu, and that popped my next trophy, Don't Stop Me Now, for unlocking my first skill. Not sure what skill I got, but hey, free trophy. Once I got back, I continued the story, looking for some parts for our bike that got shot by Leon in our chase. Unfortunately, our buddy Boozer gets attacked by a group of weirdos called the Rippers. They end up burning his arm pretty bad, so I take them out and take Boozer back to our safe house, where I got my first story-related trophy, just a flesh wound for getting out of Crazy Willie's. A little while after, we are out looking for medical supplies to treat Boozer's burn, and we come across a Nero mobile medical unit and find some bandages along with a Nero injector, which is how we get character boosts for health, stamina, and focus. So we inject this completely safe needle into our arm, and that gets me my next trophy, Better Living Through Chemistry. Moving forward, I'm out in the world exploring, doing other missions, when I come across my first horde. After finally taking out the horde successfully first tee, I got my next trophy, 1 down, for defeating my first horde. While playing the story, we got tasked with finding some supplies Leon was getting for the Camp Peaceful Lake. After finding the supplies, we spot a helicopter and decide to follow it and snoop on what's going on. Doing so gets me the next story-based trophy, the ends and the means, for discovering what happened to Nero. Next, we deliver Leon's supplies to the Peaceful Lake camp, and this gets me another trophy, Special Delivery. As a reward for delivering these supplies, we get to upgrade our bike at the camp mechanic, which leads to the next trophy that I got, First Time Buyer, for upgrading our bike for the first time. While upgrading our bike, I purchased a performance visual and paint upgrade, which gets me another trophy, Farewell Original. A little while later, trying to clear out some enemy camps, I crafted 50 items, most of them heals because I suck, and that netted me DIY Oregonian. Oregonian? Oregonian? Anyway, after that I cleared out some more side objectives and got Welcome to the Party Pal for doing all side objectives in one region. Next, I went back to one of the camps to turn in some bounties and sell some stuff I don't need, which got me Kitchen Courier for selling animal, meat, or plants to any camp. Later on, we see another helicopter and of course follow it. Doing this, we come across the scientist O'Brien, who took our wife Sarah at the beginning of the story to safety. Only we thought the place that they were headed to got overrun by zombies and everyone died. So all this time we've been thinking Sarah is dead, but since O'Brien is alive, that leads us to believe that Sarah is too. After that, I got a pretty grindy trophy if you don't actively go for it, Ghost of Farewell, for getting 100 stealth kills. After this, we save this girl Lisa and bring her back to the second camp, the Hot Springs. Turn right back around, Lisa gets kidnapped by rippers almost as soon as we dropped her off. We end up rescuing her again and taking her to a new camp called Lost Lake, and our third camp that we need at this point. Next, we go back home and find our buddy Boozer has got blood poisoning from his burn wound. And without the proper tools to treat him, we end up taking him to the same camp we took Lisa to. Doing this got another trophy, Lost and Found. In exchange for Lost Lake's help, we agree to do runs for them. After a few runs, this guy Skizzo from the camp tells us about some medical supplies we could use to help our boy Boozer, who is not getting any better. The only issue is the supplies are in Ripper territory, and the leader of Lost Lake, Iron Mike, has a truce with the Rippers and their leader Carlos. But we sneak into Ripper territory anyway because #NoBorders. In order to get the supplies, we have to fight Zombie Hulk. After a pretty intense fight, we take down Giga Zombie and secure the bag. Once we return to Lost Lake, the camp doctor Addie tells us she has to amputate Boozer's arm or he'll die. After mutilating our best friend, we understandably need to blow off some steam. So we take out some bad guys holding a survivor hostage. I had done this with 9 other survivors at this point, with this one being number 10 and getting us another trophy, Surviving Isn't Living. Next, we head into town with Iron Mike to get a map to find some dynamite to blow up a route the zombies are taking to migrate into the area. Of course, we come across some enemies, so we take them out, get the map, and head back to camp. Back at camp, we go to check up on Boozer, and this pops another story-related trophy, Brothers in Arms. Next, we head out with Ricky to restore power to the camp at the Hydra Dam. Then we spy on some more Nero guys for O'Brien to progress the story. While out looking for supplies for Boozer, I killed 200 enemies with a crafted melee weapon, which earned me Old Reliable. Then shortly after, I earned enough XP to get new skills and got I'm Out of Control for unlocking 15 skills. Once we return to camp, Ricky makes Boozer a prosthetic arm out of a knife, which is pretty badass.
William, knife man.
Next, we're out on a bounty mission when we come across the toughest horde in the game, the Sawmill Horde. While fighting this seemingly endless horde, I got Lend Me Your Ears for collecting 989 Freaker Ears. After I finally take out the Sawmill Horde, I came across another Giga Zombie and decided to stab him repeatedly for 5 minutes with my little boot knife. Finally killing, nah bro, I'm so natty, zombie, getting me another trophy, this is a knife, for killing either a breaker, reacher, or rager with a knife.
Fucking pussy!
For this, all you need to do is actually kill them with a knife, so you can weaken them by other means, just make sure the kill is with the boot knife. Later on, we go out to find something to cheer up Boozer because losing his arm is starting to get to him. So we find a pup that's hiding out in a sealed shed. And all I gotta say is this is the cutest little bastard I've ever seen in my life.
Hello? Come here, buddy. Hi. Hello. Alright, come here. Come here. Oh, okay. Oh my god.
So we take the pup back to camp and surprise Boozer. He and the pup he names Jack immediately hit it off. After this, we're out trying to find det cord for the dynamite we found earlier thanks to the map we got with Iron Mike. Right after obtaining said det cord, this motherfucker Skizzo betrays us to the Rippers. So the Rippers take us back to their camp and interrogate us. We meet their leader Carlos, come to find out he's someone from Deacon's past. So he burns our arm and then dips. Then some bald chick comes in the room and it's Lisa, the girl we saved earlier, and she frees us. So we make our escape, but we have to find our stuff first. We find our clothes and a gun, but we're still missing our biker cut. So we find the guy who took it and kindly take it back.
Shit, little asshole.
After this, the Rippers attack our camp and we rush back to help. This pops another story trophy, take back your name. At camp, we fight off the Rippers, and then Iron Mike and Carlos have a meeting to discuss another truce. Carlos says he wants Boozer and Deacon, then he'll agree to a truce because Carlos wants revenge on us for burning his back tattoo off after he was kicked out of the MC. Iron Mike thankfully has our back and tells Carlos to kick rocks. Then Carlos leaves not wanting to smoke. And because we're about that action, we take Boozer to go take out Carlos and his merry band of whack jobs. So we take the dynamite and we head over to the Rippers camp and we blow up the dam that is just above it. This unfortunately does not get Carlos, so we stroll up to his house to finish him off. After taking Carlos out, I go out and I get a few more trophies. Best friends forever for maxing out our trust with one camp, and you've got red on you for collecting 541 items from corpses. Then I head back to camp to upgrade my bike and got Make It Rain for spending 20,000 credits at one camp. A little bit after this, we find out that Mike lets Skizzo go, but he's banned from camp. Shortly after, we meet up with O'Brien again, and he tells us that Sarah survived the night they took her away, but she was at another camp that was taken out by a local militia group. With this newfound hope Sarah might still be alive, we set out to try and find her. So we trek up the mountain to go to the southern region that's been previously locked off. This gets the next story trophy, Riding Nomad.
Mayday! Mayday! Captain Corey? You there? Come in!
As we come over the mountain, we find these two guys being attacked by a zombie bear. After we put down Yogi, we go check up on the two guys, and it turns out they're with the militia that we heard about earlier. Then one of them offers to take us to their camp in exchange for helping them, and we decide to enlist to see if we can find Sarah. At the camp, we meet Captain Curry, and for some reason this guy has our ring that we gave Sarah.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Are you okay?
Anyway, so Curry takes us to the main camp to get sworn in and join the militia. After this, the leader, Colonel Garrett, takes us on a tour to meet some of the other officers. First we meet a doctor, then a scientist, and then we come to...
Matt, I can't do this if I have to do my own supply runs.
I got it covered. Lieutenant Whitaker, this is Corporal St. John. He's a new member of Curry's unit. He's got some experience out in the shit.
Read this.
What?
Read this. I mean, you can read, can't you?
Boom. Roasted.
So Sarah's alive and she's working with the militia. But she says she's not leaving and she wants us to stay and help. Obviously we stay and do some runs for the camp to earn their trust. For this we get another trophy. While out on a run for the camp, I find another Nero box and upgrade my stamina to max rank. This gets me performance enhanced for maxing out one of our attributes. Right after this, I got another trophy, Wannabe Fortune Hunter, for unlocking 50% of collectibles. After a few more story missions, Sarah needs our help to get some tech from where she used to work. Only when we get there, we encounter the security guards who used to work there who have now taken over. They try to unalive us, but we get the better of them, and we try to get the main guy to open up the door where the tech that we need is. He opens it up for us, pleading for his life, only Sarah's not done.
We just can't take the risk.
He cold.
Come on. I want to get the hell out of here.
On the way back to camp, Deacon and Sarah get hit with the blizzard and take shelter in a cabin. The two take this moment to talk and reconnect. Who would have thought getting laid in a video game could get you a trophy? If I had a trophy for every time I got laid, I'd have no trophies. Anyway, I finally spend 30 skill points and get another trophy. Next, I finally took out my last Marauder camp, which earned me another trophy, Marauder Camp Hunter. Not too long after this, I got another trophy for destroying all Freaker Nests, Infestation Exterminator. Next, I finally got max trust with the Diamond Lake camp so I could unlock Nitrous 3 to attempt the hardest trophy in the game, Burnout Apocalypse. It really wasn't all too difficult, it did take me a few attempts, but here it is.
Let's fucking go! Burnout Apocalypse!
After this, I progressed the story a bit, and Sarah was finally ready to leave the militia, but they don't take too kindly to anyone wanting to leave, so we had to get out fast. So we call up our boy O'Brien to bring his chopper to fly us out. We try and make our escape at the top of the militia base, which is set on a mountain. Only this motherfucker shows up.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
With too many people on top of the camp, the helicopter can't pick us up, and we get held by the colonel. Schizo lies to the colonel and tells him we did bad stuff at our last camp, and we get taken away to be hung. Only Captain Curry said, fuck that, the colonel's crazy, and helps us escape.
The colonel is batshit crazy. Holy war, genocide, I mean, what the fuck is that?
He then tells us the militia is attacking Lost Lake because Schizo sold them out too because they kicked him out of camp. Now we have to rush back to Lost Lake to save them again, and we do, of course, because we are the main character. Once camp is saved, we work on a plan to take the fight to the colonel and the militia, and this pops the next trophy. While out fighting hordes for some XP, I came across my 12th anarchist cairn and... Next, after taking out some more hordes, I earned max trust with my 3rd camp, which got me best friends forever for life. Then we work on filling up an old dump truck with fertilizer to make a bomb to drive straight into the militia camp, but in order to do this, I have to fight another horde to clear the way. While on my way back to camp, I earned 2 trophies, Farewell Drift for accumulating 10 minutes of drifting on the bike, and the Art of Bike Repair for using 100 scrap to repair the bike. Now we finally bring everyone together from all the camps to take on the militia. We begin our assault on the militia base with Boozer ramming the truck bomb in front of the gate. Only he doesn't jump out in time. But we keep it pushing up the mountain to find the colonel and save Sarah. Along the way, we run into Schizo again, trying to set bombs to trap everyone in the mountain. We say fuck that, and while taking people out, I earn enough XP to earn another trophy, Mr. Fahrenheit, for unlocking 45 skills. And after fighting a million guys, I finally get a hold of this little bitch and send him to the underworld. Now it's time to confront the colonel. When we get to where the colonel is hiding, he has Sarah at gunpoint and asks for us to sit down for a cup of tea. How courteous. Only Sarah spiked it with poison and the colonel takes a dirt nap. The war is won, Deacon gives a little speech, and we ride off into the sunset. Oh, and Boozer didn't die after all.
Sorry I'm late.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I jumped.
No, what the fuck?
Just before I ran out of bridge.
I saw the
Yeah,
truck.
No, I felt the blast wave. Even under 10 feet of water. Now that was a ride.
Now with only a few trophies left, I work on getting a kill with every type of crossbow bolt, which wasn't hard as I already had all the recipes for them unlocked. Next, I clear my last ambush camp, then I get the last Nero injector. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of our journey with just one trophy left before the platinum, the Broken Roadshow for unlocking 75% of collectibles. Ironically, this was also the last trophy that I got for my PS4 version platinum. With that, here's my reaction to getting the Days Gone Remastered Platinum trophy. Is this the one? Oh, there we go. Which one? Let's go! Broken Roadshow, and that should be the platinum, baby. 1%er! Let's fucking go! Fuck yeah! When this game originally came out, I remember watching the Horde trailer and thinking this was going to be the next big thing for video games. Unfortunately, the final product did not live up to the expectations of what was advertised. Not to say that it is a bad game, far from it. It seems that the developers just overpromised on a lot. With all that being said, I truly do enjoy this game. Hell, I played it twice. I love platinums, but not that much. If I don't enjoy it, it's unlikely I'll even finish a game once. If I had to rate the platinum experience, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Days Gone really succeeds in delivering a solid and engaging story. The acting is great, maybe not the best ever, but certainly performed well enough to not interrupt the story. It is a shame we will most likely never get a sequel, as I believe they definitely could have improved on the issues with this game, and from what I've heard about where the story was going, and based off the epilogue, it's likely that it would have redefined the zombie gaming genre. I also hope everyone who watched had a great Thanksgiving if you celebrated. Anyway, if you made it this far, I truly appreciate you giving me your time, and I hope you have an amazing day.